This is Dr. Mercola, and today I'm going to discuss something I'm sure most of you have heard about, and that is antioxidants. These are one of the ways your body helps to neutralize free radicals. You might have heard of free radicals before, and basically these are byproducts caused by burning the fuel your body needs and can damage cells and tissues throughout your body. And they can also increase the acceleration of the aging process. So they're really important compounds. So what's the best way to compensate for them? Eating a healthy diet is clearly the most important way that you can, step that you can take to optimize your antioxidant levels. If you haven't viewed my healthy nutrition plan, I'd strongly encourage you to do so. And there is a link for that on our home page. So it's newly updated and has lots of good information that will help you optimize your diet to increase your antioxidants. Now, briefly, antioxidants can be divided into two broad categories. One is water soluble and the other is fat soluble. However, interestingly, there's one of the most important ones, which is astaxanthin, is actually both. It's water and fat soluble, which is one of the reasons why it's so profoundly effective. Now, it's also important to know that one is not necessarily better than the other. And today I'd like to talk about one important antioxidant that I typically don't mention, but nevertheless is really crucial for your optimal health. And this is the granddaddy of antioxidants and one of the first ones ever discovered, and that is vitamin C, or the chemical term ascorbic acid. Now, aside from being an important nutrient and antioxidant, vitamin C is also helpful in the synthesis of collagen and maintaining your optimal bone density. Recent studies have also found that about 1/3 of the population is actually deficient in vitamin C, and about 20% are seriously deficient. Now, to give you an idea if you might fall into one of these categories, I'm going to list some of the types of individuals that would be prone to vitamin C deficiency. And these would be smokers, the elderly, those that live in highly polluted environments, and those that vigorously exercise, especially if you do that in a polluted environment outside. Now, as I said, the ideal way to obtain vitamin C, like most other nutrients, is from your diet. So one simple thing to remember as far as getting vitamin C from foods that you eat is that the more colorful your diet typically, and the fresher the vegetables and fruits, the higher it will be in vitamin C and the associated bioflavonoids and carotenoids. I've listed a table below this video that actually describes the foods and some of that represent and that have the higher sources of vitamin C. Now, remember to choose fresh organic foods, as these will not only be higher in vitamin C, but most of the other nutrients. If you aren't able to get enough vitamin C from your food, then there are two primary choices you have for supplementation. One is oral, the other is intravenous. Oral, of course, is far easier and less expensive than IV, which typically requires a healthcare professional and frequently many hours to administer because it has to go in very slowly, otherwise you burn out the veins. Also, intravenous vitamin C is easily 10 to 25 times more expensive than oral vitamin C. So, although oral vitamin C on one hand is easier to take and less expensive, it does have some drawbacks. The main one is that you can only take so much before you will get really loose stools. That's actually called the vitamin C threshold or tolerance level. And the dose that causes this is highly variable because some people will get it with a few grams or maybe even less, while others may not get that until they reach even more than 20 grams of vitamin C. Fortunately, we now have 21st century technology that can eliminate this loose stool effect and radically increase the absorption and penetration of vitamin C into your cells. This technology, this 21st century technology, is actually called liposomal technology. And it's actually the same process that allows the omega-3 fats in krill to be absorbed so much more efficiently and effectively than the omega-3 fats in fish oil, because those fats are bound to phospholipids that radically increase the absorption relative to fish oil. And liposomes, similarly, are used in nature to help deliver life-sustaining nutrition, and they're really prevalent in breast milk. So what exactly are liposomes? Well, briefly, they are microscopic fat particles, and they're made from phospholipids. And these tiny particles are integrated with the nutrient. And this phospholipid-coated matrix that has the nutrient contained within it, then easily passes through your intestine into your blood and then penetrates into your cells because this complex more closely resembles the structure of your cell membranes. Now, and it just slides right through, right into the cytoplasm. It is important to understand that most technologies that incorporate liposomes use lecithin as the magnificent phospholipid emulsifier. Unfortunately, nearly all of the companies choose to use soy, which is as a source of lecithin, and the soy is fraught with problems. The first one is that most all soy is GMO, and as a result is contaminated with the potent herbicide glyphosate, or more widely known as Roundup. But soy also has some other concerns. Soy contains natural toxins known as anti-nutrients, saponins, soyatoxins, protease inhibitors, trypsin inhibitors, oxalates, and estrogens, and some of these factors can interfere with the enzymes you need to digest protein. Soy also contains goitrogen. In fact, it's maybe one of the most common reasons why there's an epidemic of hypothyroidism in women in this country. Soy also contains hemagglutinin, and hemagglutinin is a clot-promoting substance that can cause your red blood cells to clump together and cause your blood to become thicker. Soy contains phytates, or phytic acid, which can bind to metal ions and may reduce the absorption of certain minerals, including calcium, magnesium, iron, zinc, all important for your health. And soy is also loaded with these isoflavones, specifically genistein would be one of the most classic examples. And these are phytoestrogens, which are plant compounds resembling human estrogens, and they can have negative adverse effects in various human tissues. And soy may also have toxic levels of aluminum and manganese, and soybeans are processed by acid washing typically in aluminum tanks, which also increases their aluminum content. So when you select a liposomal nutrient, make sure that it does not use the lecithin that is derived from soy, but derive it from other sources. And one that we use is organic sunflower lecithin, which doesn't have any of the side effects of soy that I just previously mentioned. Now, another crucial factor is to make sure that the supplement manufacturer is really high quality. And we spent many years developing our liposomal vitamin C, and one of the primary reasons is that we had to identify and evaluate the top manufacturers out there. We finally settled on Capsugel, which incidentally is the biggest manufacturer of capsules in the world. And nevertheless, though, my team and I personally went down to this facility and examined the plant to confirm it met our high standards. And actually, you can see some video footage of that trip further down on this page. Now, one of the other reasons we selected Capsugel is they also have a patented, unique way of sealing their capsules, and they named that Li-Caps. Now, this process basically seals this capsule without a band and creates a shell that is far more resistant to air entering. And they actually use a material that is very different than the gel cap that you would see in vitamin E. So this combination of processes really eliminates the air from entering. And this is important because air contains oxygen. And the oxygen can cause the nutrient to become seriously damaged, become oxidized. In the case of vitamin C, it becomes virtually worthless as it loses its ability to donate electrons. So remember, vitamin C is an important antioxidant that is essential to many important functions in your body, especially collagen and bone building. It serves as a major electron donor in your body's battle against oxidation, and helps maintain optimal electron flow in your cells. So if you fall into the at-risk category for deficiency or believe you would benefit from some supplemental vitamin C, I would encourage you to consider only using vitamin C in liposomal technology that does not use soy and also uses advanced sealing technology like the Li-Caps that helps keep the vitamin C pure. So I hope this video helped clear up some confusion about the really important antioxidant vitamin C, and hope you can use this information for you and your family to continue to take control of your health.